is at war. The socialists have infiltrated our government and made you an enemy of the state. It's not going to be solved until they're dead. We're going to have to kill them.
The shortwave broadcast came from deep within Kentucky's beautiful countryside, but the words are ugly.
And if you don't want to believe me and you say I'm a hate monger and all that, then just die. Good riddance to you. You know, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of Judeo-Christian pablum preaching pukes out there.
The voice belongs to Steve Anderson, his nightly broadcasts full of raw hatred.
Well, you know what color the color of law is going to be? Blood red. It's a crime in my eyes that some people are still breathing. But I may get a chance to take care of that shortly.
Mr. Anderson moved here from Ohio approximately 10 years ago. He was very active in the Ku Klux Klan and held a very high position there.
We stand next to you at work. We're next to you in the factory. We're right next to you in Walmart. The Ku Klux Klan is everywhere.
He got involved in the Kentucky militia. He was very anti-government, very anti-law enforcement, anti-Negro, anti-Jew.
The international Jew bankers that own everything and have got you virtually as a wage slave. Oh, you can't say that. That's anti-Semitic. Get a life. Better still, get an AK-47 and then take your life back. We're going to have to kill him.
Anderson turned his venom on anyone who disagreed with him. Organizations that monitor hate groups feared he was becoming more than just a loudmouth hate monger. He was becoming a threat.
When Anderson started to become a real concern is when he started to talk about gunning down federal agents, along with who knows how many others of his enemies.
Newspaper editor Carol Coffey became one of Anderson's targets when she published a series of stories about hate groups, focusing on Anderson and his broadcasts. He threatened to kill her.
The local paper is continuing to foment, try to get me rated, basically because of this But if we're waiting and they don't kill me and I get out of here, I'm going to go see first.
I'd never been threatened in that way before. If anything shocked me, it was that the threat was made like it was on his shortwave radio program, and the maniacal laugh that's in the middle of it just is sort of unnerving.
Carol had no choice but to take the threat seriously. The newspaper office went on high alert.
We compared Anderson to a ticking time bomb. He was going to go off at some point.
That point came on October 14th, 2001. Anderson was cruising along a backcountry road in his pickup truck when a young deputy pulled him over for having broken taillights.
I said, I need to take a quick look at your driver's license and make sure they're valid. And he said, I don't have to show you my driver's license. That's when I noticed the pistol magazine next to his leg. And I said, sir, is there any weapons in there for that magazine? He said, son, there's all kinds of guns in here.
When Deputy Elder asked Anderson to step out of his truck, the militiaman took off.
And we're cutting through the median. He's cutting in the median behind me, and he's chasing me. And we're doing it in circles. We do that 4 or 5 times. He kept trying to ram the cruiser.
But suddenly, Anderson stopped his truck and pulled out a rifle.
I ran around the back of the car when he opened fire on the car. It seemed like it went on for days. I think it was just a couple of minutes. 30 rounds hit the car.
After emptying his assault rifle at the deputy, Anderson jumped in his truck and took off. Miraculously, Deputy Elder was not injured.
This thing's all over it. You got to feel like a fairly lucky guy.
Pretty lucky. Pretty lucky.
Anderson's abandoned pickup was quickly found. Inside of it was an unbelievable arsenal.
Near the vehicle, a rifle was found, Over 9,000 rounds of ammunition, survival gear was found in the vehicle, and the 6 pipe bombs. That's an awful volatile mixture of items and equipment for somebody to have and be driving around at night.
Federal agents moved in on Anderson's home and sealed it off. There was no sign of him, but there was plenty of evidence about what he was up to.
That's his place that we're coming up on directly ahead.
Anderson's?
Yes,
That's
sir.
his property right there?
Yes, sir, that's it.
How big a piece of property is that?
It's got approximately 4 acres. John, let me show you around a little bit. This is the house where he was living at.
This is the room where he actually did the radio broadcast from,
That's
right?
correct. Yes, sir. He had his radio station set up in this room.
That cabinet over there seems to have, what, ammo?
It's got several boxes of shell casings where he reloaded his own shell casings. And also on the door there, he's even got, caliber and grain. He's done a lot of target practicing off down here to the left. This is a target frame, John.
He's shot here quite a bit.
Yes, sir. You can tell that he's had several targets stapled on here, and this is be the head area and upper body area. You can tell that he was concentrating a lot of fire on the head and upper body area.
Pretty good shot, too.
Yes, sir, he was.
That was just the tip of the iceberg. This is some of the stuff agents found at Anderson's home. Thousands of rounds of ammo. Bullets for just about any caliber weapon you can think of. Pipe bombs. Hand grenades. Guns. This is a sawed-off rifle with a silencer. This one packs more of a punch. A 12-gauge shotgun. Machine guns. Assault rifles. And this one. The ultimate sniper. He was ready for war.
I don't understand what's wrong with the feds. If they don't stop what they're doing, they'll be sticking to walls, ceilings, floors, sides of cars and buildings, the inside of cars. They'll be sticking to a lot of stuff if they don't stick by the Constitution.
Agents don't know where Steve Anderson is now hiding or what he may be planning, but they fear he will join the ranks of such homegrown terrorists as Timothy McVeigh, who blew up the Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City, and Eric Rudolph, who's wanted for a series of bombings at abortion clinics and the Atlanta Olympics. Deputies say Anderson is capable of anything. He has who knows how many weapons and fears no one.
You're not free. And I got news for you. You want to know what the sound of freedom is? That's the sound of freedom. That's freedom. Freedom.
He's crossed the line. He's shot at law enforcement this time. And I don't feel that he'll go down easy.
Agents say Steve Anderson could be getting help from sympathizers in the Ku Klux Klan and other hate groups. He's trained in survival skills, so he could be hiding out somewhere in the woods. But he's also been known to hang out at gun shows. If you know where Steve Anderson is tonight, please be careful, but call our hotline at 1-800-CRIME-TV.